What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Vade, and we are back again with another video, man. Look, I want to get right into it and talk about the patch and what's happening. If you guys are new, make sure you guys leave a like, leave a sub, and leave a comment, man. Look, we are now day 2 into the patch. I've already came out and said multiple times that 2K either buffs something and it becomes really good, or they nerf something and it becomes really bad. And unfortunately, that's been the same thing for 2K25. Now, is that 2K's fault? No, it's the community's fault, because everybody came out and complained about shooting, and they did not stop complaining about shooting. And unfortunately, because they did not stop complaining about shooting, now everyone's going to be able to shoot. I'm going to come out and say it like this, bro. When the game first came out, because we were spoiled as a community in general, and I said the same thing, bro. Now, I always said I wanted a slight buff, and I even said, honestly, don't even do a buff, because I know what 2K is gonna do when they do a buff. They don't know how to slightly do anything. So I said, just leave it the way that it is. Honestly, that's what I said. Leave it the way it is, because that's what it needs to happen. Just leave it the way it is. But they didn't. And so the days of not necessarily leaving someone open, but if someone's open and then they being like, well, they might miss, and having that, oh, they missed moment, that's done. That's gone. Especially if you have a high 3. If you're missing with a high 3 at this point, you're just bad. I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. And I'm not saying anyone is shooting 100%. That's not how they buffed it. But what I'm saying is that if you're wide open with a 99.3 and you're missing, you're bad. Like, if you're not shooting, if you're not back to shooting 70% like we were in the past 24s on open shots, then you're failing the game. I'm just keeping 100. Like, you're just literally failing as a point guard, and you might need to tuck it, hang it up, go put something else up. But that's back now. The days of throwing breaks and you having your 2 guard wide open and being like, dang, that's bad defense on our part, and then being like, oh, but he missed it. Yeah, that's done. We essentially got 2K24 back again. The days of throwing lane or throwing passes and having to really think about the passes you throw because lanes were overpowered, yeah, that's done. Lanes are broken now. Forget about it. No point in even having a high steal anymore. The best thing that you can do is literally just play defense and not even go for a steal, because keep it 100, bro. If you're going for a steal, all that's doing is pulling you out of the play in the way that people can shoot now. It's not good, bro. Yeah, it's not good. I think we're spoiled, bro. I think as a 2K community, we're spoiled, man. Because if they had just left everything, the reason why I feel like things were balanced in the way in the last patch, why it was balanced, is just because even though the contest system was bad, and let's keep it 100, the contest system was bad. I understand why it was bad, and they could have made a few tweaks to make it be better, but overall, all they did was change it to where if you are not in front of the person when they begin shooting, then the shot is going to be open. The reason why they did this is because people will be jumping from the free throw line and getting contests on guards or whatever that are like wide open, because they're jumping from the free throw line, which made it harder to shoot. So what 2K did was make it to where you can't just jump and hope that you get a contest. It's based on where you are when the shot initially goes up, which is why everything was kind of being registered as open, is because most people especially competitive players, people that are learning to play more, are more about the spacing and zones of where you're at, right? So generally you're not playing somebody tight 24/7 because you're worried about backdoors, you're worried about rotations, you're doing all that type of stuff. So it was a lot easier for a point guard to dot you because you had to be there and be there on time. Otherwise the shot was going to be considered open. I kind of liked that. I'm not going to lie. I did. But the reason why it was balanced was because nobody was consistently hitting their open shots. Well, now, if you guys remember, the patch said that they buffed shooting, they improved shot contests, and they nerfed lanes. Well, the shot contest system doesn't really feel improved, but the shooting absolutely does. So it still feels like it's the exact same way that it was in patch 1, or in the first part of the game, except now shooting is way easier. So now if you catch it in your shooting, the chances of you making the shot are so much higher than what it was before, that now it's where the scales were like this, the scale is now more tilted like this for offense, right? So Now, especially if you have a 99.3, I don't think 2K took into account how easy it is for everyone to get 99.3 now, and how good it is now, because it feels like they buff limitless range because of the buffs to open. It's really easy to get your takeover now, and so once you get your takeover, you're shooting threes from half court easy with deep bomber, and with the buff to shooting, it's way easier to green nose consistently. So yeah, man, I'm not gonna lie, in a whole grand scheme of things, bro, I think we are absolutely spoiled, because the game was balanced. Even though we hated it, the only thing that really needed to be touched was lane steals, and not to the point that like it's to the ground, but it just needed to be nerfed a little bit, just a little bit, to where not everybody and their mama is jumping 50 feet in the air to get a steal. If they had touched that, I think you would have had a perfect game if they left it like that. Because if you look at it, the understanding of, yeah, I got a crab, but it's not a guarantee that he's gonna make the shot, was fun. Yeah, they got a break, but it's not a guarantee that he's gonna make the shot, is fun. Yeah, this guy's open in the corner, but it's not a guarantee that he's gonna make the shot, is fun. To me, that feels like basketball. Now, some people gonna come out and say, no, Vade, you lying. That means you're playing bad defense, and we should be rewarded for you playing bad defense. And to a degree, I agree with that too. But if we're talking basketball in general, nobody ever just hits wide open shots just because they're open, right? So yeah, sometimes you play bad defense and you're rewarded, just like in the NBA. Like, dang, he missed it. And they say, man, you got lucky. Y'all got lucky he missed that shot, right? It sucks when you're on the offensive side of things. You're like, dang, like I just missed that shot. But it's also flipped around too. That happens on the other thing when you're on the defensive side of things and they missed a wide open shot because you didn't play good defense or whatnot. That's cool. Like, I like the aspect of not knowing what exactly is going to happen. I could compare it to Fortnite. When you get on Fortnite and you play a battle royale game, or Warzone, or whatever battle royale game that you play, no game is ever exactly the same. You don't generally know what's going to happen. You don't know where you might land. You don't know what loot you're going to get. You don't know what's going to happen in the game. You don't know where the circle is going to end at. You don't know any of that. All you know is that you're jumping into the game and that you're going to get some guns and you're going to shoot some people. That's all you know, right? And then everything else is like randomized. That kind of felt like what 2K was like. I know I'm going into the game. I know what I'm going to try to get. I'm going to try to get some pick and rolls. I'm going to try to get some cuts. I'm going to try to dodge some people. And then the rest is going to fall into place. They either going to make the shots or they not going to make the shots. That's not the case anymore. Now it's back to the point where it feels like, dang, if someone's open, that's generally a three and we're going the other way. It's now going to bring back three hunting, where point guards are now going to go straight back to three hunting, where you had to use your point guards or use your other teammates a lot more in this year's game to start. You don't have to do that anymore because you have a 99-3. If you crab somebody and that ish is open, there's literally no reason for you to miss it with a 99-3. Now, if you do, you're not gonna make everyone, but if you do, then you do. But generally, you should be shooting about 70% like how we used to do in 2K24. And unfortunately, am I gonna have fun playing the game regardless? Yeah, I'm enjoying 2K. I'm not gonna lie, I'm enjoying the game. But am I gonna be enjoying the game as much as I did before? I don't think so. And that's only because there's no more randomization to what happens in the game. So that's my opinion on the patch. I don't think it's a great patch, but I also don't think it's a bad patch. I think the best part of the patch is that they buffed takeover. I think the worst part of the patch is they nerfed lane steals to the ground and that they made shooting just a little bit too good. And that's unfortunate because now it's going to go back to me dropping 40 points in the game and my teammates watching me do it. Now, my teammates, are they going to care? No, because all they want to do is win. People that I play with, they are like, yo, if you can get 40, get 40. And if I'm open, then hit me when I'm open. And that's how we've always played. But this year, I've had to use my teammates way more. If you guys ever watch my streams, which by the way, you can follow me on twitch.tv/itsevade. If you've ever watched my streams now, I'm calling so many. I'm calling Fifis. I'm calling back doors. I'm calling screens, set an off ball screen from people. I'm calling V cuts. I'm calling bucks. I'm calling all types of stuff to use my other teammates. I'm calling, yo, wrap up, go to the hash. I'm calling all types of reverse Fifi. I'm calling all types of stuff to get my teammates involved because it wasn't simply easy to score as a point guard. And we all know the more you dribble, the harder it is to shoot. So, and it already was difficult to shoot. Even though I was still shooting well, it already was difficult to shoot. So I was using my teammates more than I ever have in this game and having to use my voice more than I ever had in the 2K because I had to be able to get them open to get open shots. Like, it was as simple as that. And now I don't have to do that anymore. So that part of it, can I still play that way? Yeah, but is it even necessary anymore? No, it's better for me to just take a shot. So yeah, I don't know, man. This 2K is something that I'm not really sure I'm excited about or happy about right now in the patch, but you know, it is what it is. So hopefully you guys let me know what y'all think about it in the comments, if y'all enjoying it or not. Like I said, I like the randomization of it, and it is what it is. I'll be on today playing for 8 to 10 hours though, so let's get it.